Good morning. It is December 18th, about 6:30 a.m. Last night we got home from dinner and probably around 10:30-ish, and both my husband and I were completely exhausted. So we made it to bed by midnight, which is crazy for us. But then I woke up about 5 and so I've been up. It's let me check my iPad. 6:30. So I've been up for about an hour and a half. I edited yesterday's Vlogmas, got it posted. If you watched it, as you might have seen, I didn't open any advents. I didn't do anything. Both picking up the car from my brother-in-law and dropping it off, we spent a total of about like an hour and a half just chatting and catching up. We're gonna go over there for Christmas, and we were there for Thanksgiving, so so it was nice to, you know, just chat without it being like a holiday related. His wife cross stitches and she also sews. So she had finished this pattern and passed the pattern on to me. I'm so super excited. That's so cute. So I need to find some material. I'm thinking I might have something from Color and Cotton from when I was subscribed to their Fabric of the Month Club that might look good on this. So I just think that's so cute, and I think it uses DMC, but she gave me what was left of what they had, so I'm really excited. I don't know when I'll start it, but I just think that moose is super cute. And then I checked the mail this morning, and I unexpectedly got a present from one of my sisters, my knitting journal. And I took a peek in here, and this thing is fantastic. So at the beginning, it's got a bunch of information like about like wraps per inch and the equivalents for yarn numbers, what they're called, the needle sizes recommended, all that type of thing, which I'm always trying to figure that stuff out. And then it also has a common abbreviations section, which is fantastic because there are a lot of abbreviations that are used in knitting, and I don't know a lot of them. So having that right there at the beginning is so cool. And then a space for your favorite sources. So I could list the Etsy shops I like to go to, any websites, that type of thing. So that's really nice. And then a yarn stash page, but they only have place for like 42 yarns, and I think we can know that 42 is, I have more than that. So I'm thinking I might save it for like yarns that I haven't listed on Ravelry, because if I get like a Carry-In Simply Soft or something like that, that's not really something I put into Ravelry, or my Dishy yarns, I don't put those into Ravelry. Just things like that, so that I have information, or maybe yarn that I'm planning for a particular project I might put in here, that type of thing. But otherwise, I just use Ravelry to track my stash. And then it has, I think, 60 project pages, and this is what a project page looks like. And so you've got a space for the name of your project, who you're knitting it for, the date you've started it. It doesn't have a date for finishing, which I think is kind of weird. It should have that, in my opinion. And then it has space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different yarns, the number of skeins of each one, the maker, the color or dye lot, the weight, and the gauge. The needles used, notions used, the pattern source, and the finish size. So I'm really excited to start using this. And then I'm thinking on this like blank space section, I'm gonna write like the dates I work on it and stuff like that. And I think that would be really cool to be able to see like what dates I worked on it, maybe even what I watched or listened to while working on it. Just some little notes like that. I think that would be really fun. So it's got a ton of pages for that, and they're all like different colored. Then in the back, it's got some just blank grid pages. I'm thinking I might put my WipGo boards here because I'm hoping this will, with 60 project pages, and I'm not gonna put things like dishcloths and stuff like that on here. So I'm hoping with 60 project pages that this will last a couple of years. I might need to order another one. I might need to have one for WIPs I started before I got the book and ones for after, but I don't know. Maybe just as I work on them now, I'll start adding them. But I'm hoping I can fit a couple of years WipGos on here. What I've been thinking about doing for WipGo, and for both of them actually, is I know I tried last year to use it and start a rotation system, and that just didn't work for me. So what I'm gonna try to do is kind of also start a rotation type of system based off WipGo, but not really. So I'm going to put, for both of them, I haven't decided if I'm gonna keep a free space or if I'm gonna put project in there, because the number gets drawn anyway, so I'm trying to decide about that. But for each of them that get drawn, I'm gonna allocate one day to working on it, whether it's 15 minutes or 10 hours or whatever. It's just, if I picked it up and I worked on it for a day, I'm calling it completed. I've completed that square. But going forward, I'm going to try to hit those projects for a day in each subsequent month. So for my cross stitch board, I'm gonna look for some WIPs that are closer to being done. I've got some country cottage needleworks that I'd love to just get done. And so I'm hoping that by the end of the year, I might have actually finished some of those projects. And without having to allocate a certain stitch count for each project, just hitting it for a day, half a day, just picking it up once during the month, that I will be able to actually keep this going. So what I'm thinking is, on this page, making like the WipGo board itself, and then on this page, just as they get drawn, keeping the list, and I'm hoping to be able to write what day it's finished. But then maybe even making a chart, like as it's called, I add it on, and then I can color in the box when I finish, when I've worked on it for one day for that month. And I mean, if I work on a project for more than one day, that's fine too. But I don't think the counting hours or counting stitches for a goal is helping me. Because I just, you know, even though 1,000 stitches seemed attainable for my cross stitch projects, just when I didn't hit them, or I would forget, the bigger problem is I would forget to mark them off on my board. So then it would be a couple months later and I'm trying to update my board and I'm like, I know I worked on Paris Mandala. I don't know how many stitches I did though. So I'm hoping that this might actually be more successful. And so, again, just working on it for one day in the month it's called is gonna be a completed the square for me, but I'm hoping to then continue to work on it. So that's my idea for WipGo this year. I'm hoping to make it work, but we'll see. Anyways, okay, so long rambles and chats. My husband took me to my favorite Mexican restaurant last night because it's just down the street from his brother's house, and it was so good. But I had been snacking on the kettle corn on the drive home from the tree lot we both had, and that was more filling than I expected because both of us ate like less than half of our meal. So, it was still really good. The leftovers are in the fridge. So, and our plans for today is we have to do some serious cleaning, where we're gonna, because we have to move some furniture around to put the tree where it's gonna be put. And this might be TMI or something like that, but like having just had a litter of puppies, they have potty accidents everywhere. And the problem with carpet, and part of what I really hate about carpet, is that frequently, if they have a pee-pee accident, you don't know until it's completely dried. Like, it doesn't really look discolored or anything. At least on our carpet, it's a bluish, grayish, light bluish, grayish color. I don't know. It isn't until it's dried that the color shows. And so we've got stains all over our carpet, which is why I've told my husband that in our next house, I really don't want carpet. I hate carpet. He loves carpet though, so I'm not entirely sure how that battle is gonna end. But I'm hoping he sees, like, I can try to clean up the messes, but because they've already set, it's really difficult. So, we are going to shampoo the carpet in the room where the tree is going to be in. So, and then we have to move furniture around. So our plan is to work on doing that today. I think my husband is going to go on the roof, to check and see if we have any leaks. We're expecting a rainstorms in this upcoming week. So I think he's going to do that. And then, tomorrow after church, I'm hoping to decorate the tree. That's kind of our game plan for this weekend. So we will see. I picked up some, when I say some, I mean a lot. I picked up some Christmas stuff at a yard sale one of our neighbors was having. She was moving and she sold me all of her Christmas stuff, like all of it, for $20. So I took it all because $20 is a really good deal. And even though we're probably going to try like donate a lot of it or not keep a lot of it, it still I still need to go through it and decide what we're keeping and what we're getting rid of. So I didn't want to do that until the tree was there so I could start placing things all around. And I really wanted to get the tree a lot sooner this year than like a week before Christmas. But life is what it is. And I mean, I had major migraines, which have cleared up, you guys. No more migraines. That went on for a week and a half, and so basically not a lot of stuff got done. And I mean, sometimes that's just how life is, so, right? So that's kind of our plans. So I'm going to be opening all 2 days worth of the Advents just now, and then while I'm waiting for my husband to wake up and get up, I'm gonna work on the socks. So right now I just have the teas in front of me, so I'm gonna open that, choose one to get brewing, and then come back and open up the other Advents, because I don't know if I'm gonna have stopping points in the day to come back and open Advents later. So I hope to take you guys along for maybe some of the cleaning, rearranging type of stuff, but we will see what happens. Anyways, okay, so let's start with day 17, which was yesterday, and the David's tea. Okay, I tried the peppermint from several days ago, and I mean, it was all right. It was a peppermint tea. I mean, I'd probably just rather get the Bigelow peppermint at the store. It didn't blow my mind, so it was okay. It wasn't bad. So day 17 is called Just Peachy. I love peaches. Like when we find good ones at the store, which is a bit harder here, I'll eat like 3 at a time. I love peaches. One little thing just went on my nose. This smells so good. It smells like a peach. So I'm excited to try this one. The Plum Deluxe Herbal is Mango Caramel Herbal Tea. A guilt-free desserty tree. So rooibos mango pieces, apple pieces, candelua, vanilla mango essence. It sounds like it could be good. I'm not a huge dessert tea fan, but it could be good. Probably not the one I'll brew right now. Pumpkin Brulee. Cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, cloves, calendula, safflower, pumpkin vanilla essence. You know what's interesting is one of the first days of the David's tea, there was a pumpkin, was it creme brulee? There was also a pumpkin dessert tea. I haven't tried it yet because I'm not really a pumpkin spice person. Okay, let's see what Martha had picked for yesterday. Fraser tea, spicy chocolate chai. Ooh, warm spices crafted with sweet dark chocolate. That sounds good. That sounds good. There is red chili pepper in here, pink peppercorn, cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, orange peel, cocoa nibs. Maybe I might make this one in my smaller cup. So possibly this is what will go in the smaller cup. We will see based off of the day 18s. Okay, so now opening day 18. We have Alpine Punch from David's. I have no clue what is in it, so I need to look at the back of the box. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Seriously? You know, these little tins are super cute, but this is the second one I haven't been able to open. And I legit had to break into one of them. Like, I stabbed through the plastic and maneuvered it like that, but it's hard plastic. That wasn't easy. So I'm kind of frustrated about this. Okay, well, I'm giving up trying for now. Plum Deluxe. Decaf Black Toasted Marshmallow. So it's a decaf black tea, marshmallow root, apple pieces, safflower, vanilla essence. I don't know. Sweet Georgia peach. Okay, I did get an email about this because it says that it's an herbal tea and then it lists all the herbal ingredients. I got an email from Plum Deluxe late last night or something that's not what this is. I don't remember what it is, but it's not this. Despite it actually saying that. So the tea from Martha for today is Fraser Tea Fruity Bubblegum Organic White Tea. A bubblegum tea, that's interesting. White tea, green tea, cherries, blueberries, peppermint, spearmint, calendula, organic flavor, cornflower, safflower. And, oh, this is interesting. You're only supposed to steep it for 2 minutes. That's one of the shortest steeping times I've seen. Wow, this could be interesting. Never heard of a bubblegum tea. So I might try that later today, but I think I'm gonna go with the spicy chocolate chai in the small cup. And for my big cup, I mean, depending what's in this Alpine one, I would probably have chosen that, but it really is not opening. It's not opening. It's really frustrating. Okay, so let me consult the papers of what I haven't tried yet. I'm thinking I might actually do that peach one. Oh, that was the David. Yeah, I think in the big one, I'll try this peach one. Okay, well, 21 minutes. This is gonna be a long video, so brace yourselves. And I am gonna go make some tea. Bye. Okay, I am back. I have the Advents, and I think what I'm going to do is open both days for each individual Advent. And I'm thinking after this, one thing I might do is take the Advents from each of the individual boxes and put them all by days, because I'm so far behind on the yarn Advents that the like skeins I've wound up are almost not fitting into the bags anymore. So I need to kind of put them back in the boxes, which means I need space in the boxes. So I think I'm just going to get like 6 individual bags and put all day 19s in one, 20, 21, like so on and so forth, and just be able to do some reorganization. I need to address my work table. It is a mess. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably not gonna do that with the teas though, because they're not in the way. So anyways, okay. So let's start with the little daily cross stitch. I still have 2 days to do because I didn't do any Advent anything yesterday. So that's probably gonna be the first thing I do. For under the C, so the finishing for the 3rd ornament, and I heard some got a couple of feedbacks in the comments on 2 days ago vlog, and someone said that Leslie specifically requested this pattern, and to me that pattern was the nail on the coffin that I'm not gonna do Under the Seas Advent next year. It's just, it's so out there that, like, I don't know. It just seems like really bad forethought to me. And my whole experience with this has been kind of a mess. Like, my box didn't arrive until December 1st. She waited so last minute. 2 days items were missing. There was the whole kerfuffle with the website not working when ordering. I mean, I ordered on the very first day it was uploaded before she pulled it back down from her website. And for some reason, I thought I had paid the entire thing. And then I get another invoice, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I do owe more. And then, my bad, I did forget to pay it. And I just thought I had paid it. And instead of getting a reminder, she just cancels the order, because okay, so she posted in her group that she would, like, sometime into November, she would send out reminder for people who hadn't paid the invoice. And I didn't get a reminder, so I was like, okay, I paid my invoice. I did do that. Because life is crazy and you think you do things and then you don't. Like, you didn't. So I thought I had paid it, never got a reminder. And then I got a cancellation notification. I was like, what? Like, I was really frustrated, but I contacted her and I was like, I honestly thought I had paid this. If you could just send me the invoice, I'll pay it all in full. I was really looking forward to this. Like, I was really looking forward to this Advent. And honestly, none of them are my style, but that third one was so far out there that it really kind of ticked me off. Like, this was not a cheap Advent. And that design is so out there. Like, I'm not a mermaid person, and one of them was mermaid, but I get that a lot of people who stitch on fabric from her are mermaid people. So I was like, yeah, okay, that suits her base. The third one, the beach one, I was like, I'm not a beach person, but you know, it's okay. Like, Christmas on the beach, yeah, that's a thing. And if you live in the southern hemisphere, I mean, summer is Christmas. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, that's fine. But that third one, I don't get it. I really hate it. And I'm sorry to Autumn Stitchery Blaine. I'm sure they have some fantastic designs. But she specifically requested that they design that? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. It really kind of upsets me. Like, if you divide it into 4, it was like $30 to $40 per ornament. And that's what that is? Like, no. I really hate it. I'm probably going to put the pattern in the giveaway box and maybe someone wants it. And if you get the giveaway and you don't like it, feel free to pass it on. No offense taken. And I'm really not wanting to offend anyone who did like that design. But when you are trying to hit a general population, why would you do something like that? Like, it just seems badly curated, in my opinion. And it low-key really ticks me off. So, sorry for the ranting. I usually try to keep that much negativity inside and not on my outside voice. But, so I'm just kind of like over this Advent. I'm like, whatever. Okay, let's see what this fourth one is. But I'll repurpose a lot of things, but I am not going to buy that Advent again. And up until the third one, I was like on the fence. I was like, maybe I will. I mean, maybe it'll be designs I like better next time, but no, 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 no. Okay, so that was the finishing for the third. I'll repurpose it. I mean, that's a cute hoop. I can put a different ornament design in it, so. Day 18. Pin minis. I've never actually had these kind of pins from Just Another Button Company. I see Luda talk about pins all the time. I know she really loves them, so it's kind of exciting to get some. I don't really know what to do with them, but they're cute. They're like little ornaments, and I think these are cute. I'm happy with this. At the end of all of this, I'll do a kind of wrap-up video and talk about which Advents I definitely won't do again, because it's not just Under the Sea. There's no way I'm gonna have this many Advents next year. I dipped my toe in quite a few Advents, but which ones I will definitely do again. So there were some that were really, really good, and yeah. Jenny's day 17. Okay, so some blue thread, some white thread, or actually no, this isn't white, this is like a cream. Oh, it's eggshell. And I think it's a pattern. Oh, how ironic. This is really kind of funny. A perfectly pieced pin cushion and clip skirt. So I can make this and put in those pins that I just got from under the sea. That's cute. And so that's what it looks like. It's the project pattern for 5-inch squares. So I'm thinking that, yeah. So the sample project is made with Songbook from Moda fabric, and I think that those are the ones from the beginning of this advent, and it only calls for 5 of them. So I'm thinking you can take like 5 of those squares and just be able to make this. So that's really super cute. Oops. Day 18 from Jenny. I do not know. Okay, cupcake socks, a sweet treat for your feet. Looks like a cupcake. So I'm guessing these are just like fuzzy socks. That's cute. And who doesn't love fuzzy socks? So okay. Those ones were both pretty good from Jenny. Day 17, so this is the Progress Keepers. Dear Santa, define good. That's a good question. Okay. A tape measure, and as a multi-crafter I really can't ever have enough of these. I was looking for one downstairs and couldn't find one, so I'll just put this in my downstairs basket. Oh, this is cute. It's a little present. Very cute. Oops. And day 18 is what is Yukon searching for in the classic holiday film Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? An exclusive peppermint mine. Okay, so maybe this is a peppermint? Okay, oh, she included a pair of scissors, and I love these kind of scissors. And for knitting, these are perfect for knitting bags because the blade can't get into anything. And let's see. This one, that's what it looks like. I'll either give it to my mom or put it in the giveaway box, I think. So I was thinking the other thing is I'm gonna reorganize my progress keepers because, well, I do love having them as a set where everything's color matched and everything like that. I'm just not utilizing them enough because there's too many little containers to go through to find cute ones. So I think I'm gonna get a little dish and put all the progress keepers in that, and then separate the stitch markers between the bigs and the littles and have those all together. I do love how color coordinated they are, but it's just not practical at the, like, it's just not practical for the number I have. I keep reusing the same ones, and so I want to diversify a bit. Okay, so starting with the yarn advents, not yesterday, the 16th, I accidentally opened day 17 on this fade, so let's actually open day 16. I opened them like this but didn't take a look. Okay, so this one is a slightly darker blue, so it's okay. It makes more sense because I did think that this was a big jump from day 15s or something like that, so that makes a bit more sense. And then let's see what day 18 is. Even lighter blue with more turquoise showing up. So these are the 3. Let me try the light thing again. Oops. If that helps. Okay. Let me try to put these back in the right ones. Okay, the lightest one goes there. The darkest one goes there. You go here. So, at some later point today, I will try to wind up everything, but my husband's sleeping, so I don't want to be too loud. Okay, Gilmore Girls, day 17. Hey, look, back off, Cheryl. I don't know. Season 4, episode 17. I don't understand the reference, but that's because I haven't watched Gilmore Girls in quite a while. Not my favorite, but don't hate it. Ooh, this one's pretty. Will You Just Stand Still, season 4, episode 22. Look at that. That is pretty. The sparkles. Day 17. Oh, I like that. And day 18 is a nice gold yellow color. Very pretty. These are all gonna look so nice. Okay. Jane Austen. Day 17 is Tales of Christmas Past at Northanger Abbey. Oh, It's a nice moody kind. I like that. This would also make a nice sweater. This is one, if she sold it as a full-size skein, I would get. That's very nice. Okay, and day 18 is Carol's and Wassail and Meriton. Very nice. So fun. Okay, well, that is everything. Just need to try to clear up this area. This has already been such a super long video, so I don't know how much more footage I will take. I don't know that we'll do another face-to-face. I might do some like video clips of progress I make on projects, and hopefully getting some Christmas stuff set up. I'm hoping we'll put the wreath on the door. We did get a wreath, and some video of that kind of stuff. So until then, I will see you guys later. Bye. So a month or so ago, I purchased these 2 skeins, and they just came in the mail today. They are both from Bluebird Yarn, the dyer that's doing the Jane Austen advent that I'm doing. Anyways, so I purchased these 2 separate. This one was a complete mystery. It's a mystery club based on the letters from Jane Austen, and each month includes a letter that she wrote. And then this one I just thought was pretty, and buying 2 skeins because she's up in Canada justifies the shipping a little bit more. But look at how good they look together. I'm thinking about possibly finding a 2 skein project and doing them together. I actually, until I looked at my Ravelry notes, I thought that this was perhaps a set, because you've got some of the similar colors right here as you've got in here. That's just a pure coincidence. So I may or may not do it as a set, but I think it could definitely work as one. So that was pretty exciting. Well, I have been busy working on organizing. Despite what it looks like, I actually did a lot of cleaning on my desk and organizing. I reorganized all my knitting type of notions. I'll show you that in a minute. I have to go over by the desk, but then I spent a lot of time deciding about my whip go for next year, and I've decided I'm going to have 4 whip go boards. Yes, I know that's crazy, but over here I've got my cross stitch whip go, and like I talked about earlier, I picked smallish pieces, and my hope is to try to get some good progress done, maybe finish a few of these up. And this is the only whip go board that I'm going to do repeating, like try to work on it each month after it's been called. So I created this space so that I can put them in. I did decide to do a middle square on all of my whip go boards. This is so I can write down what numbers are called each month, and there's enough space so that in whichever month gets the 3rd number, I can add in a box. Over here we have a knitting whip go board, and this just, if I work on it for one day, I'm calling it as having made progress. I would like to do a somewhat dedicated day on it, so you know, hopefully more than just a couple of hours, but oops, I lost my phone, sorry about that. But that is my plan with that. It's not going to be a thing where every month I try to work on it again. It's a one and done. Same thing with the crochet whip go. These are all pieces I haven't worked on in a long time, so I really want to make some progress on it. And then this year I decided to do something different for my reading board whip go. Last year it had a bunch of challenges, and for things like read a book for 10 hours or spend 20 hours reading or something, that doesn't really work for me because I listen to audiobooks and I can easily hit that in one day. So what I did is, years ago, I made, there was a BBC reading type of recommended books list, and I made a spreadsheet for that and was like crossing them off. Well, there's still quite a few books on there that I haven't read, and then there's a few here that I have read, but I just wanted to do a few rereads. But so this is in the hopes that every month I'll get to read a couple classic or classic adjacent. Like, I know The Time Traveler's Wife is not a classic. I know that The Lovely Bones is not a classic, but those were in The Kite Runner, same with, those were included on the BBC list. So the only one I added was The Mayor of Casterbridge, and I could have spelled that totally wrong. I was just remember really liking that book in high school, so I thought that I would add it onto the board. So yeah, this is my whip goes. I spent a lot of time making these spreads while watching the Wheel of Time. I'm now caught up to episode 7. So yeah, then, well, actually before that, I made some pretty good progress on the socks. So I did 5 stripes, I think, here, and I got to the place where I want to put the heel. I now need to get there on the second sock. So I'm gonna watch The Witcher just now. I'm gonna put on The Witcher. I've read 2 or 3 of the books. I sometimes play the video game, so I just haven't watched the series. But anyways, so I got to the place where the heel needs to go. It's getting pretty late, but so I don't think I'll be able to start the heel tonight, but if so, then that would probably be good. Now I'll go over there and show you what I did with my knitting notions, but it is now a lot more organized. So like 6 months ago or so, I found this at the Container Store, I believe, and got it, and I never really figured out how I wanted to use it. So today I was trying to sort all of my notions and stuff like that, and I figured out uses for basically all of these containers. So like this one, this is all of the stitch markers I have that are stitch markers with a little, like a little design on them. I like to use these for like socks. Like especially if I'm doing 9-inch circulars and I want to mark the beginning of a round, I'll use one of those. In here, I have all Christmas themed progress keepers. So, some of the ones I got this year, some from last year, like this one I think I opened today. They're all in there. And I put them in a reg box to signify Christmas. This orange box is all of my non-Christmas progress keepers. And a lot of these I got like with a project bag or as a little freebie, like this one. I think this was in a Hypnotic or something like that. I don't know. It's a little popsicle. This one I got with a Pride and Prejudice themed thing. It's a bonnet. So that's what's in the orange one. In this blue one, I had just a few sets that had stitch markers with them, but I wanted to keep them all together. So this is a Hobbit themed one, and it has a stitch marker. It's a dangerous business going out your door. There's no knowing what you might, I don't know. There's no knowing where you might be swept off to. So there's that one. I have a Snoopy Halloween themed one, and then I've got a Hogwarts one, and it's got 2 in each of the house colors. So I wanted to keep those ones together. In here, I have, these are row counters, so they come for different size needles. And basically, like if you're making a hat or even socks, each time you get to the start of a new round, you move it to the next loop to signify what round you're on. And then it's got a little design on it. So I have 4 different sizes for different size needles. So I don't use those too often. I do want to use them more though. This one is all of my small size stitch markers that came with all of those progress keepers. I just dumped them all into one container. So I can make things color coordinated, or I can make them all colorful. And these go for smaller size needles, like socks and such. This one is all of the larger size ones. And again, oh, actually, wait. Yeah, they are the larger size ones. And again, I just dumped them all in here together. This is a few like random sized ones. So like the star ones. Last year there were different star ones. These are large. And in here I have just a few like plastic ones. They're Clover brand. In here I put, I got these years ago and I always forget about them because I had them hidden in a box. But these are so you can mark like what size crochet hook you're using. You just, it's on a lobster clasp, and you just clasp that onto the project. And then you always know what size crochet hook you're supposed to be using. And I got full sets of G and H because those are the 2 sizes I use the most for crochet. This one is the same sort of thing, but with numbers, and that's so you can keep track of what row number you're on in the same way. And again, I never really use them because I had them in a bag that I never saw, out of sight, out of mind, and I just didn't use them. These are plastic stitch markers. I use these the most with crochet. Like when I'm making Afghans, I use these all the time. I actually thought I had a lot more, so I think some might be hiding somewhere, like with a project. In here, I have a bunch of metal light bulb hooks. These are ones I've just received at random because I do have actually a big box of light bulb markers, but so these are just ones that I randomly found strewn about, and so I put them all together. In here, I have my floss tags, and they fit perfectly in here. So I haven't made any recently, but I like that I'll be able to easily access them. And this one is empty because I'm planning on putting Christmas themed ones in here. I got some Christmas cardstock, and sometime I'm just gonna punch a bunch and put them in there. Over here I have some some of the keepers, the row counters. And this last one is buttons that I've received in various boxes. So they're just ones that there's like 5 of them. And so I'll just do something with only 5 buttons and be able to use them. So that, I literally spent, I don't know, hours and hours and hours working on this. So I'm pretty impressed with my progress. I did not wind. Hang on, actually I'm going to turn you guys around. So I'm just going to wrap up now tonight. I did not wind any of my yarns. I did not organize my yarn, the minis, like I thought I would, but I spent a lot of time organizing all of those notions, and then going through and setting up my whip go boards. So sometimes I just get in the mood where I need to organize, and that's kind of where I was at today. I just wanted to organize. I made some decent progress on those socks. I mean, I have less than a week to finish them, so it might take a miracle, but at least some progress was finally made. So yeah, that's just where it's at. I'm gonna edit this and get it uploaded, and know it's gonna be a long one. So thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.